Hey guys, welcome back to MMA Library. Today in MMA and UFC news, Yair Rodriguez believes he can benefit from Alexander Volkanovski defeating Islam Makhachev at UFC 284 in Perth. I think it's a very complicated fight against the champion at 145. I think it's a fight that can get complicated for any fighter because of the style that Islam Makhachev has. However, I don't think it's impossible to beat him. If he shows up with a good strategy, keeps his mobility, and fights the way he fights, he could probably win. If I could put it in percentages, I'd give Makhachev an 80% chance of winning. But the scale can always shift either way. This game often depends on strategy and preparation each fighter carries, so we'll see how Alexander Volkanovski can shift the scale. For me, it's better for Alexander Volkanovski to win because I get to face him. It would be an even bigger challenge. I'll be fighting the double champ, right? So for me, it's better for him to win. I have nothing against Islam or Volkanovski, actually quite the opposite. I have the utmost respect for them. Let the best man win. But it would be in my benefit for Alexander Volkanovski to win, obviously. Just in terms of my career, I'd like for him to win. Chael Sonnen gave his opinion on what's next for Sean O'Malley in a recent video posted to his YouTube channel. Here's the clip.
What is Sugar Sean going to do next? Do you want to know what the answer to that is? He's going to fight for a world championship. I believe that Sugar Sean's next fight is for a world championship. I don't know that it's the next world championship fight. I don't know what is going on with Henry and Sterling. But at some point where you're trying to sell yourself on the idea, oh, it's just a logistics issue and everybody's backed up, and boy, we're going to get that paperwork in any time now. Days tick by. And the rumor of that fight going to be in March, I mean, it starts to get a little bit closer and it starts to get a little bit more less likely. Who would be holding that up? You got two guys in the same weight class who want to be world champions. Oh, by the way, it's for the world championship. What's left to discuss? We don't have a rules issue, unified. We don't have a weight issue, 135 scratch. We don't have a prize issue, world title. So who would be holding that up? And I think that that's very relevant because neither guy has been called out or challenged. Aljo has now said it's not quite done with Henry. Henry has said, well, it's not actually done. We're looking in that direction. Nobody else, and in this case, Sugar Sean, has said, wait a minute, you don't have it? Put me in.
Michael Bisping and Anthony Smith believe that Khamzat Chimaev will be the welterweight champion by the end of 2023. Here's what Anthony Smith had to say in a recent podcast. I'm going to say Khamzat. I think that he probably has to fight one more time, and I don't think it matters. Unless it's a rubber match, if it's Usman Edwards, no matter who the winner is, it's the end of the rubber match. I think Khamzat beats, short of Colby. I don't think anyone gives him too many problems. Michael Bisping then went on to say, as much as I'm going to get it from the UK for saying this, I agree with you. I think Khamzat is the champ in waiting once he gets his shot. Obviously the big thing for him is making weight, but he has done that many times. He only missed weight once to be fair, and everyone has allowed faux pas, shall we say. Yeah, I think Khamzat, even if Kamaru was to beat Leon, I think Khamzat would beat Leon. I don't actually know. Smith then went on to say, I think the one caveat out there is Kamaru. He's a pretty good wrestler. He's pretty big too. I don't know, even if they're stuck striking, Khamzat's pretty good on his feet. What a fight though. Kamaru Usman versus Khamzat Chimaev. Dominick Cruz reflects on 2022 during a recent video posted to his social media. Here's the clip.
Happy New Year's, everybody. I wanted to get on here and send some of my reflections for 2022. And I would have to say that throughout this time, throughout losing relatives over this time and, the pandemic and everything going on, that I would have to say letting go of the uncontrollables, letting go of the things that I can't control, surrendering to the outcomes. And what I mean by that is when you surrender, the next step isn't just giving up and letting go. It's also receiving. Once you surrender, then the next step is to receive. So what can I receive about letting go of the things that I cannot control? Well, that moves me to the quote of my life. The obvious is right in front of you. It's the inobvious that God is trying to get my attention on. So if I can't control it, that would make it inobvious. And that would be the things that I need to get my attention on. So I've been really focused this year on surrender. That doesn't mean to me give up. It means let go and then receive. What can I receive from God? What can I receive from the universe that I'm supposed to be getting, that I'm trying to control, and I'm stopping my own miracles from happening because I'm trying to control things so much to stay safe. None of us are safe. That's all made up. Security does not exist in nature. It's mostly a superstition. And that's Helen Keller. So what would a blind, deaf person know that we don't? That whether you're blind or deaf, none of us are safe. Nature doesn't care. It's going to take us when it's going to take us. And what's going to happen is going to happen when it's supposed to happen according to the universe's timeline. And we have no control over it. So for me, 2022 has been huge for surrender. Let go, see what could be received, see what I can give, see who I can make a difference for. and then just keep challenging myself to the brim until I can't challenge myself anymore. I can't wait to see what 2023 brings, and I can't wait to see everybody challenge themselves. See you out there. Love you all.
UFC London is set to go down in March, and fans were hoping they would get to see the much anticipated rematch between Kamaru Usman and Leon Edwards. However, this is looking less likely. A few weeks ago, Stephen Thompson spoke in an interview explaining that various people had spoken to him about the possibility of fighting Leon Edwards in London, and also mentioned Jorge Masvidal as a potential opponent, yet none of this has come to fruition. A recent image of Kamaru Usman was posted to Twitter by an MMA account which shows Kamaru's hand bandaged up. Clearly, Kamaru's hand is still giving him various issues, and with UFC London being slightly over 2 months away, it looks unlikely that we'll see the trilogy between Kamaru and Edwards. If Kamaru can't fight at UFC London, who would you like to see Leon Edwards face off against? Let us know your opinion in the comment section below. Big John and Josh from the Weighing In podcast discuss recent comments made by Dana White on the idea of cross-platform fighting.
So Dana White was talked to about the whole cross-promotion thing, and his comments on this were that if someone is really that good, they're going to be in the UFC regardless. So I'd love to get your reaction to that. Does that always reign true, or is that,
no?
Dana White's okay.
But let me give it the easiest one that I can for you. Who is the person that Dana White wanted the most?
Fedor Emelianenko.
Hello, and never got him. So to sit there and say that, the best are going to end up here anyways, sorry. It's already been proven that that's just not true. And there's a lot of guys out there that I can tell, come up with the names on that. Look, this guy's good, and he deserved to be, fighting against guys in the UFC and stuff. But he decided, hey, I don't want to put up with some of the things that are there, things like that, and decided I'm not going there. I'll continue to fight, and I'll continue to fight where I want to fight, and I'll make my money this way, and I'll make a lot of money, and they have. And so to sit there and say, oh, I don't need to cross promote, no. Look, and I don't put this against Dana in any way.
Not at all.
I understand Dana's point on this, and I'm not saying he's wrong. But to say that, all the good ones are going to end up here anyways, that's not true, and that's come about. So that point is not, he's not lying. He's just not looking back and saying, oh, yeah, well, that one or this one.
Dana White has responded to a video posted of he and his wife on vacation and states that there is no excuse for the physical altercation. Here's what Dana had to say along with the footage.
Well, I'm in Cabo, Mexico, for the holidays with my family, and my wife and I were out Saturday night on New Year's Eve, and, unfortunately, that's what happened. I'm one of the guys, you've heard me say for years, there's never, ever an excuse for a guy to put his hands on a woman. And now here I am on TMZ talking about it. But my wife and I have been married for almost 30 years. We've known each other since we were 12 years old. We've obviously been through some together, and we've got 3 kids. And, this is one of those situations that's, horrible. I'm embarrassed, but it's also one of those situations that is, right now we're more concerned about our kids. We have 3 kids, and, obviously since the video popped up, we've shown the kids the video, and, we're more focused on our family right now. People are going to have opinions on this, and most of the people's opinions would be right. And especially in my case, you don't put your hands on a woman ever. My wife and I obviously love each other. We've been together for a very long time. We've known each other since we were very little, and this is just one of those unfortunate situations.
Guys, thanks so much for checking out the video. If you like the content we do here on this channel, don't forget to like and subscribe to MMA Library for all the latest MMA and UFC news. We'll see you in the next video.